The way of the heart is the true way. In sadhana, follow your heart to the core of your being. Follow your heart feeling, your love for Gurudev, to the core of your being. And there he resides, in love unconditional. He is always with you, closer than close. But you keep thinking he is someplace else when he is right next to you, just touching you, just in your heart of hearts, in the core of yourself. There is no separation. The perceived separation is in the mind. Gurudev has not left. He has no place to go. He remains with you always. Do you understand this? It seems like nice words and very theoretical, but it is not theoretical. It is the truth. You become attached to a form, but that form is gone. It is gone forever. And the form that Guru will take next in your life is a different form. Guru is with you here and now, in the core of your love, in the core of your heart. And he may appear in the congenial form, he may appear in different ways. With all the sincerity of your heart, with the passion of your love, go to him. You can visualize form, but go to him. Not in mechanics, but with the passion of your heart. That is how you find him. All right? If the mechanics help you of a practice, use them. But don't stay with mechanics. Follow the passion. Follow your love to the core of your own self. That is the way. All right? And I will address something that this girl frequently says. She thinks there is different dimensions, and you go from this outer world where we can talk of a war in Iran and the problems of other people and so on and so forth. And then there is Parama Purusha and the unitary whole that you can feel, that you can know. So she thinks this is one dimension and another. And modern thinking, there is the third dimension, the fourth dimension, the fifth dimension. And the yogis talk about the different lokas. But it all exists within the mind of the infinite. And so awareness, conscious attention, when you have embodiment in this sphere, will naturally have to pay attention to this sphere. But do you see everything as separate, or do you see it as the one? It is a matter of perception. It is a matter of the degree of your perception of the infinite. When you are speaking of wars and struggles and people and dark parts of humanity, do you separate them out from Parama Purusha? Is it hard to feel Baba's presence when you think of those things? God is light. When you are in the darkness, where is God? For God remains in the dark also. When one's mind is with the Supreme, that you walk through the darkness, but you see the One. In this layer of duality. There will always be light and dark. There will always be that which moves towards the one, and that which is governed by anger, hate, fear, and separation. These two realities will ever exist in this plane until the plane itself is purified and the frequency changes. So, what to do when you are in a physical form and live in this world of duality? What to do? You go into meditation or you sink into Guru and divine presence and you feel the unitary whole. But then you go and you read the news or you engage with difficult situations, and suddenly your santosh, your peace of mind is broken, and you are going, what kind of world is this? Why is there so much hatred and anger and delusion and suffering as a result? Your mind becomes disturbed naturally out of compassion, love for living beings, and seeing the cruelty and animosity and illness in the minds of some. What to do? It can be the world news. It can happen in your own life. The play of these dualities dominates until your love and compassion grows so great that your hate for the dark side transforms into a great, great love, a great compassion, so profound. It includes both the dark and the light. It doesn't excuse, it doesn't approve, it transmutes. It loves unconditionally. The love of Parampurusha is unconditional. He, she loves the naughty one, the wounded one, the victim, and the wounded persecutor as well. All are his children. All are his cosmic progeny, doomed by sanskara to play out their fears, their loves, their struggles in this world of dualities, in this plane of duality. Consciousness is bound in form, in love, in pain, in anger, hatred, fear, joy, happiness, attachment, love. In this plane, awareness is bound in these different experiences, and the forms that stimulate those experiences. But for the Supreme, there is love for all beings. There is love for all the suffering humanity in all the forms it suffers. It doesn't mean that there is acceptance. And this is where the philosophies of the East have fallen down. For they took the awareness of karma and its results, and they made it a justification to accept the pain, the fear, the oppression. It is their karma that this should happen to them. No, no. This is living beings, consciousness bound in suffering. And it is the one wish of Paramapurusha that all the consciousness, all the aware living beings be released from their bondage. In the mind of Paramapurusha, there are not good people and bad people. There are people, and they all suffer, whether the chains that bind them are of iron or gold. And it is the duty of Paramapurusha to, in his infinite love, unbind them from their chains. Whether their chains are of fear and anger and hatred and mercilessness, or their fears, or their chains are of love, not divine love, but a love in attachment, love for family, love for one's group, love for attachment to one's environment, one's body. It is the duty of Paramapurusha to free all the living beings, all the consciousness from these bondages. And it is the desire to find that love of Paramapurusha that drives living beings. And as their minds become distorted, their bodies and mind function distorted, they do harm to others in their effort to secure happiness, for they are bound in ignorance, which causes these ill actions. And then the others who are the victims of those actions react to want to be as strong as the oppressors, and so then they likewise become cruel and violent. And thus the illness of the human race spreads and spreads. More than any other species on the planet, human beings suffer this ability to be cruel. But more than any other species on the planet, human beings suffer the ability to know love divine. So in the human being, these two opposites are extreme. The deer, the wolf, they do what they need to do to survive. They don't have any ill will. They are not hating. They are living. Yes, they can experience anger. They can even experience hate. They can experience oppression. But human beings take it to an art. There is a man who is mentally ill. His body and mind are no longer functioning properly, and his lower tendencies are taking over. But he has been given by people a great deal of power, and so he spills his illness of the mind and body unto the world until he is stopped. The Iranian regime and the power there, they are wounded also, and this man has killed their families. They are wounded deeply, so they are motivated to take revenge. And the other Middle Eastern leader suffers a deep wounds that have been collectively accumulated, and he sees the only way to protect his people is to destroy all around him. So all are wounded, all are in pain. The level of dysfunction is significant. The wounds that have been incurred will not heal quickly. They may last generations. as has happened with the people of Israel, wounds that have lasted generations and produced the leaders they have today to carry out the defense of long-lost relatives. And the wounds of those they oppress, Lebanon, Syria, Gaza, the children of Gaza, they will grow up with great wounds. So you see, the violence goes on and on from generation to generation. And the darkness is there in the minds of the people. What to do to heal the darkness? It is the grace of the Supreme. It is the love unconditional. The only solution is spiritual. It is not religion, for religion is something that you fight for against your enemies, who are the pagans, those who don't believe your religious views. It is instead the love of Paramapurusha, which is unconditional. You want to do something, but do it with this love, this unconditional love for humanity and this understanding. But should there be a man or woman who, due to their own wounds, is causing great suffering in the world, do what you can to stop it, but not by the same wounds and hatred in your own heart, because then you simply join the pathology that governs this plane of existence. Rather, take the great love that Paramapurusha has for all people on all sides of all conflicts. God is on your side. He's on everyone's side, but he doesn't want to harm anyone. He wants to liberate from this ignorance that causes these wars and conflicts. Do what you can for Dharma. But if Dharma simply becomes another flag to raise amongst all the other flags and to push and to shove and to step over and on, that is not Dharma. All right? Any questions?
Any danger of third world war?
Any danger of a third world war? I am not a psychic. I will not say. Your own logic can tell you. All right? Namaskar.